Hi guys, welcome back to the last video on business management training, which is module 8. Right, so this module is talking about elevator pitch, right? And I believe it's not going to be a long one, right? So without saying so much, let's get right into it, right? I'm so excited that we're finally here. Elevator pitch definition and concept. What is elevator pitch? Elevator pitch means introducing your company quickly and compellingly, also known as an elevator pitch or elevator statement. Therefore, an elevator pitch is a brief, persuasive speech that you use to spark interest in what your organization does. You can also use them to create interest in a project, idea, product, or in yourself. A good elevator pitch should last no longer than a short elevator ride of 20 to 30 seconds, hence the name. They should be interesting, memorable, and succinct. They also need to explain what you make or your organization, product, or idea. For example, you can use one to introduce your organization to potential clients and customers. You could use them in your organization to sell a new idea to your CEO or to tell people about the change initiative that you are leading. You can even craft one to tell people what you do for a living. So let me give you a brief hint of what like they explained the elevator pitch is. So I think the name originated from, I will tell you from a shallow story that I probably don't have a clear picture, total picture of it right now, but I heard is it has to do with when companies there is this maybe an office complex that a lot of people, that business entrepreneurs that is looking for a way to pitch their idea to investors, they will come and stand at the elevator side waiting for some specific investor that they know that might want to invest in their business. So once those investors get into an elevator, they join them immediately inside the elevator and have to actually introduce their business to those investors before the elevator gets to the last floor or to the floor where this investor actually needs to drop out. So you need, because that's the only way to actually meet the investor, to be able to pitch your idea to the person, right? So if you are able to get the attention of this investor within the 20 seconds to 30 seconds before the investor gets to where he or she needs to drop, then you might be having a deal for yourself to actually come to meet the investor. But within this short period, you should be able to tell the investor what your business is all about and what all that they actually need to know about this your project that you're looking for investors for, right? So that is what elevator pitch is all about. So let's get going. Difference between elevator pitch and pitch deck. Okay, I think somebody actually asked this question in one of our groups, right? And I think the person also got an answer. Maybe somebody that have been able to read this was able to answer. So, and I hope it's the same thing. Elevator pitch is a succinct 20 to 30 second speech geared to convincing someone about a product or a company. Having a good elevator pitch ready can help entrepreneurs make the best of brief encounter with potential investors at party, business events, or elevators. So like what I already explained. So you just have few seconds to actually tell this person what your business is all about and trying to get the person interested in your business, right? So elevator pitch is a prime chance to make a good first impression and generate interest in the company. On the other hand, a pitch deck is a 10 to 15 slide presentation to introduce a business proposal, mostly associated these days with an investor pitch deck. Right? Okay, so let's say for instance you were able to actually convince this person to get interested in your business within the first 20 to 30 seconds that you had a pitch. You had to actually make a speech to this person at that party or on the elevator, right? So you were able to get this person interested, and the person was like, okay, maybe you should come and have a pitch deck with us. So this time around you're actually invited to come and have a pitch deck where you will not have to probably use slides and a presentation to actually explain what your company is all about, right? I think it's making sense. An elevator speech and elevator pitch are very similar, but a pitch is frequently delivered to investors in a mere formal settings, but you likely have a presentation slide deck, also known as a pitch deck, to help you out. A pitch can also be delivered over mail or even as a standalone slide deck that investors can view on their own time. Okay, like they said, the speech is something you can be able to make, but if you're pitching is something you can easily send. Okay, maybe after talking you'll be like, okay, maybe I should send you a pitch. So the person might just go through it maybe on their phone, or is a video, you just send the person and the person can actually go through it. So in that, I'm trying to tell you that there is definitely other ways you can actually pitch. Yeah, so elevator speech or elevator pitch, or you can even show the person on your phone, okay, this is what my company is all about. You give the person why the person, and the person can be able to go through that in few seconds, right? Elevator speech is also delivered verbally. It is a speech after all. You can use your speech in a variety of situations, but it is often more suited to social situation and during a very early introductory meeting where you have less time and just need to give an off-the-cuff description of what you do, right? So like they said, a pitch can also be delivered over email or even as a standalone slide deck. You can just do that on your phone, or you can just show the person, right? You can send the person a mail then that investors can view on their own time. So maybe the person does not really have time to listen to you, or between the time 20 seconds to 30 seconds. So you can just send the person, okay, maybe in your free time you can just go through it. Then the elevator speech is something you actually give, you deliver it, right? You just have to talk because it's about talking. Speech, you speak, you tell the person what your company is in a very short period of time, right? So let's go. How to craft an effective elevator pitch. Unique selling proposition, USP. So what is your unique selling proposition? What your brand does well, what the consumer wants, what your competitors does well, right? Your unique selling point, unique selling proposition. Okay, maybe I should try a little more light on this. So a good elevator speech with an understanding of their unique selling proposition, USP. What your brand does well. What are your brand good at? Are they good at customer care relationship? Are they good at branding? Are they good at marketing? Are they quick in delivery? Is also something else. Is your brand trusted at what stands you guys out is that if somebody is looking for maybe have an emergency and actually need your product immediately, is this something you can be able to deliver as fast as possible? Is also a unique selling point, trust me, right? People can be like, oh, why I patronize these people is that they actually deliver in time and very fast. Is your product up to quality? Is your customer care relationship? What is your customer care relationship like? Because people want where they come and be well received. If you have a complaint, because that is basically one of the reasons why we need a customer care. If you have a challenge, so that the customer care representative can be able to attend to us and help us sort this issue. So what is your reception like? Do you are you a brand that somebody can just fall back to and get their problem solved immediately without wasting so much time, right? It's very important. What your consumers want. Are you, there is a difference between what you're selling, what you think your consumers want to. So you're actually doing a product and you're trying to force it on your customers. That way you won't make so much sale. But if you're actually delivering what your customers want, most of the time we don't really need to have to run out of business, except your competitors have a competitive advantage over you, and maybe every other aspect of your business sucks. But when you deliver what customers want, they keep coming. What are your competitors doing? Now, what are your competitors doing that you're probably doing better? What stands you out? What differentiates you from your competitors, right? So what is your unique selling point? It's very important because you will come across it on the pitch. If you watch my pitch video, you probably have seen me say our unique selling point is this, which is your USP. What is your USP? It's very important. What to include in your elevator pitch? Market analysis. What is your market size? What is your market size? What is your target market? And what percentage of this target market are you willing to reach? Because you cannot reach everybody. Yeah, like let me take for instance, as a photographer, I cannot cover, let's say on the island is my market target, right? I cannot cover everybody on the island that does photography. Even if I still decide to narrow it down to Lekki, I cannot cover everybody that takes photographs, that want to take pictures in Lekki, right? So there are also other photographers in Lekki. So part of my target market size, there's a percentage I am willing to cover, which you need to be specific about, right? Then your sales projection. How is your sales going to be like how much are you selling your product? How much does your packaging, how much does it cost for you for your services that you provide, right? Targeting concepts. What is your targeting concept? I won't explain much on that. Your burning rates, I don't know much about that. Then sales proposition. What is your sales proposition? What's differentiating? Then your milestones. You need to talk about your milestone. Okay, so like I said in my video, my milestone is that in the next 3 years I am actually going to be expanding to so and so. In the next 3 years I'm increasing my staff from a number of 3 persons to a number of 10 to 15. It can actually be that you sell a product and you say in the next 1 year we hope to penetrate, maybe you're on the island, you now say you want to penetrate the mainland, or you want to enter different states, right? So you need to be specific about your timing and your milestone and what you intend to achieve in that period of time. But definitely these things we are going to cover it when they release the document, but you need to have a general idea of what a pitch is all about even before they send, because when they send you, they are going to give you a guideline. They might not send you a document on that, because this is where they need smart people to actually capture what they want. Like last year we had to screenshot. It's not as if they send a template. They already send you a template on your business plan, so they expect you to actually be able to pitch your business plan and do that effectively in 3 minutes. Alright, so let's go. Reviewing your business plan. To review your plan, the following process must be followed. Evaluate realistic assessment of the company's strength and weakness, as well as the market environment in which it operates. So you're going to be evaluating your SWOT analysis in a nutshell. What is your SWOT analysis? What is your strength, your weakness? Yeah, SWOT analysis: strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. Yeah, that's it. So a balanced picture of the challenges that the business faces, rather than only detailing an advantage and its bright hopes for the future. So that is what I'm talking about. So you have your strengths, you have your weaknesses, you have opportunity, then you have your threats. So instead of telling them about your strength alone and your opportunities, you also need to tell them about your weaknesses and your threats, right? Assess if the owner is requesting a specific amount of money. Calculate whether this sum will be sufficient to achieve the goals outlined. Pay attention to the past rate of growth and the variables that help to bring about those increase in revenue, such as advertising, investment, and expansion in the new market. So you need to pay attention at the rate of growth and variables. Remember that variable cost is the amount you use to produce or to satisfy a particular amount of maybe customers, or produce amount of product. Maybe you need additional hands to be able to get that done. So they're actually telling you to pay attention to that and make sure you list it. You explain that in your business, and it varies. It's based on the business you do, right? Evaluate the company's margins relative to industry's average. Make the business sound interesting so they want to read the plan. Right? This is where your business summary aspect of your template, your normal template, comes in, because your business summary and your executive summary is what investors want to read first. So when they go through it, it should be catching enough for them to actually want to read the whole thing, right? The letter should also state why the business is better than the competition. So what is your competitive advantage over your colleagues, over your competitors in the same marketplace with you, or that is offering the same services that you are actually offering, or doing the same thing you're doing, right? It can relate some marketing facts, focus group response, demographic data, or other key statistics from the business plan, but it should not be overloaded with these factors. It can have just enough to present the business as viable and show that the applicant has done his or her market research. The letter can mention how much has already been invested in the business and what profits are projected for the next year or two. Some tips for the style of the letter. Use a formal conversational tone. Do not use slangs or contradictions. Do not make it too wordy. Give a list of the main points with an explanation for each. Use the active voice and short sentences. Make the business sound interesting so they want to read the plan. The letter should also state why the business is better than the competition. It could relate some marketing factors, focus group response, demographic data, or some key statistics from the business plan, but it should not be overloaded with this fact. It can have just enough to present the business as viable and show that the applicant have done his or her market research. The rest of the statistics are in the plan. There should also be a brief mention of the financial position without going into too much details. The letter can mention how much has already been invested in the business and what profits are projected for the next year or two. This will show the lender and investors that the business is worthwhile. So I think they are still talking about your business plan here. At the same time, they're giving you a hint, a tips on your business plan, and at the same time as on the pitch, because if they're telling you 1 to 3 minutes, they're trying to tell you that you have to be concise, you have to go straight to the point and give them the key points that they need and they want without having to say so much. Don't allow it to be too wordy. Business plan submission. In the real sense of it, once the cover letter has been successfully written, the business plan is ready for submission. I'm trying to tell you that once you're already done with writing the cover page, which I feel once the cover page, then your executive summary should be very important. That's what you are saying. In real sense of it, once the cover letter has been successfully written, the business plan is ready for submission. Business plan submission does not take any format, rather, the protocol of the receiving organization determines to a large extent how you will submit your business plan. In some instances, it could be by fast post, by electric means, or by physical submission. Of great importance is to ensure that all required documents accompanying the application letter is properly arranged and assembled. In this wise, MSMEs are usually advised to draw up a list of documents required and tick the box against available documents to ensure no document is forgotten or left behind upon submission. Loan applicants may be unsuccessful due to documentary omission during submission, where the appraiser officer decides not to call for it at the point of decision making on the application, or may declare them unavailable. Writing a business plan cover letter. Sample 1. Like I said earlier, they are, in as much as they title this one page, they gave you a full understanding of what a business plan is. So they are still talking about business plan on this one, so you don't need to worry. Here are examples of a business plan cover letter. It should be personalized for each lender or investor to whom it is sent. Name of applicant, address of applicant, city, state, country, date. Name of investor or lending officer at the lending institute. Name of bank or lending institute. Address of bank, city, state, country. So you need to personalize it. So let's say, for instance, you're writing to Tony Lumini, so you need to make sure to define. But then the template that they are going to be sending, or they are sending, because I don't know the time you're watching this video, but I actually shot this video before they released the template, so I don't know if I was able to upload it before they release the template or not. So, but they are going to be guiding you on how to actually do that. So I think the cover, all you need, because they already have it designed, so all you practically need to do is to fill in your name, and if you already have a branded logo, to just include your logo at the right place, right? So you might not be doing so much, but I like the fact that they actually have to use 2 modules to explain it. That's to tell you the power of this business summary that you're going to be doing. This is the deciding factor if you're still going to remain in this program or not. Let's talk about the conclusion. Elevator pitch means introducing your company quickly and compelling, also known as elevator speech or elevator statement. To craft a great pitch, the following steps should be followed. Identify your goal, explain what you do, communicate your USP, your unique selling proposition, your unique selling proposition. Engage with a question. Put it all together. Practice, practice, practice. All right. So thank you very much for your time and for this particular phase of the program. I promised and I delivered, right? So thank you very much for your time once again. And before we finally sign out of this phase of the program, I want you to understand one thing. If you check very well, right, almost everybody that applied for Tony Lumini entrepreneurship program made it to the business summary stage. Almost, because I don't know, maybe they might have to disqualify some people, especially maybe people that didn't even participate at all again during the business training, the basic training period, right? If you check, almost everybody that applied got admitted into the program. Number one. Now, business plan / business summary stage is the deciding factor if you're going to remain in this program or not. So whatever thing you do with your bespoke training scores and how well you prepare your business plan will determine if you're moving to the next stage. Because this business summary stage, after writing and submitting, is where a lot of people are going to be disqualified from this program. So it's something you need to take your time and pay attention to. Because from this module 8, I had to find out that of the truth, they had to use 2 modules, which is module 7 and module 8, to actually explain business plan, because they know the importance of this. Remember, what did they talk about business? Okay, business plan, your summary. They said the first summary will tell if an investor is going to be ready to, if you want to talk about your business, you need to capture the investors idea. You need to capture the investors interest in your business summary, right? That summary alone will determine if you're actually moving to the next stage of this program or not. Yes, we've talked about the fact that it's very important that you have a high score because it gives you a high chances. But your business plan / business summary is the bombshell. You need to take it serious and you need to take your time on it, right? So thank you very much once again as we officially move to the next stage of this program. Do have a wonderful day. Bye.